Wow, what a day to be in a convertible on the track. This couldn't get better, or could it? So, well, this here is the Cyberstar that we all were waiting for. And this is the spiritual successor, as I want to call it, to the initial MG, which was there, which actually romanticized sports cars in Britain and then all around the world. This here is an all-electric vehicle, as you all know. The name itself will tell you that it's a Cyberstar, which is essentially everything about this is digital. At least for the time being, we are able to enjoy this physically before, God knows, maybe virtual reality takes us into an all-only digital world into the future, where we don't even need to drive on the road. This stance here is the main selling point of the Cyberstar. It's scissor doors which reach up for the sky, and the demand, the scream attention. And imagine you pulling up in a congested parking lot here in New Delhi, just opening up your doors. You will definitely get the attention that you are looking for, because this car right here is, I think, let me put it this way, it looks much more expensive than it is. This is the MG Cyberstar, which has been recently launched in India at 74.99 lakhs only. 1,000 rupees are left probably to fill petrol in one of your ICE vehicles. But jokes apart, this car's main selling point is, of course, the looks and then the performance. This is going to be the main criteria for most people who are going to buy this car. Looks first.
Now look at this.
Performance-wise also, it matches the looks. 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. I mean, that is like supercar territory, that is super bike territory, considering this is a car. And thanks to its all-wheel drive, it manages to put down 510 bhp of power that it has out of the 77 kilowatt-hour battery pack. That is neatly placed as close to the ground as possible while maintaining the ground clearance, especially for Indian roads. And that battery pack is, mind you, very thin at 110 millimeters, and they compare it with a soda can. I'm dragging my knee all the way, usually on a motorcycle. So I think the last time I drove a performance car was in Las Vegas Speedway. That was a Gallardo and a 911, which Porsche it was, I'm not sure. And yeah, that was pretty amazing too. And I guess the Cyberstar is right over there. I mean, I don't drive too many cars on the track, but I'm really enjoying this. But if you, in case you're looking for drifts, then of course this might be a little bit of a challenge, but you can still do it because it's got a 62-38 bias. I mean, 38% power is up front and 62% power is at the rear wheels. And this has two motors which are propelling this to these insane speeds. Like, I might add, they give this an insane acceleration. When you talk about top speed, it's just 200 kilometers an hour. It's limited, I think, electronically. It can go faster, but 200 kilometers an hour might be a bummer for you, considering the styling that this car has, especially if you want to take on a track like the BIC on the long straight at the back, this is going to feel a little not underpowered but restricted, considering if you have other ICE cars which are overtaking you. Having said that, this is more of a roadster. You're meant to enjoy this more on the road with of course, the convertible styling, with the wind in the hair, relaxed in the mountains, looking at the sky, not in weather like this. It's meant to do that. It's meant to bring that romance which India actually never saw, which was earlier there in Britain with the older NG cars and with the other cars. This is the cheapest, most value for money supercar. I will say supercar because it's north of 500 horsepower that you can buy in India right now. 75 lakhs, I'm telling you, it's a steal. In fact, people who had actually already pre-booked, they had got 2.5 lakhs off. But if you didn't believe in MG, if you didn't believe in the Cyberstar, very bad for you, because now you have to pay cool 75 lakh rupees. And I would say that is also pretty good value for money, like I said. If you consider the only other option which you have in India, which is a viable option, is the BMW Z4, if you forget about the Porsches and the AMGs. And the Z4 is a little bit over 1 crore. And that makes it a little bit unaffordable for many people. Even if you have a lot of ICE engine cars, if you're a collector, this one should go in your collection. Let's keep the looks aside. I mean, it's awesome. It's pretty good. Although there are a few things which I would have liked better. Probably the rear end could have been a little better. But I think overall, they've done a pretty good job. The interiors they look very luxurious. They are on point. And there is one very unique thing that they have, we'll talk about looks, is that they have this wrap around console here, which essentially, gives you this curved monitor like enhanced kind of experience. Sometimes that gets into the way the steering wheel, when you want to look at some information on the side panels, the consoles. But I guess that's all right. It's more like a matter of habit. There is one more thing, it reminds me of a lot of other cars. This cabin divider here, it actually gives you that sports car kind of a look. Buttons they make for a more tactile feel. It's more premium feel. And I just love it. And here on the left side, the driver console, the control center here, the screen is not big as we are used to seeing in usually electric cars. So when you press this, you go into super sport mode, which gives you maximum acceleration. It's also got launch control, which will give you that 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. That's it. So pretty cool telescopic and tilt adjustability here. And they've also got a very nice system from Bose here, which actually is going to be the complete package if you are in the convertible mode, open top mode. The 20-inch rims here, which are shot with Pirelli P0s, they also really help with the overall looks. I like the alloy design as well. And here it's written 100th anniversary, which is of course 100 years of MG as well. One unique thing which they have is here, the arrow. This is rather too much in the face, but hey, if Mini Cooper can have the Union Jack, why can't they have something like this? Looks 10 on 10, and value for money, I guess 10 on 10. If you don't mind it being an electric vehicle. So what next? Performance, handling. Now let's talk about that. But you just saw how well it handled on the Gymkhana. Basically, you are almost driving go-kart. Well, the center of gravity is pretty low, but there is a lot of understeer if you don't do your braking properly and the acceleration at the right points. For that, you need a little bit of track experience, but I don't think you're going to drive like that on the road. But should you want to, in case you want to do a getaway from some thugs, I don't recommend doing the Italian job with this. And if you go into mountains like Uttarakhand and a little bit of the Himalayas, where the good roads are there, I think you're really going to enjoy this. The all-wheel drive will also give you that peace of mind, especially in wet weather like this on the roads. I'm going to use the launch control. Now, I guess we are ready. Let's see. That's 3.2 seconds, I think. 0 to 100, and well, this tops out at 200 kilometers an hour, which is this. Overall, I felt that the ESP, the whole electronic suite that Cyberstar has, it's pretty good. It did not allow me to spin out of control. I tried quite hard, and of course, let us also thank the Pirelli rubber here, which is also amazing, the best you can get. So overall, I think performance-wise, handling-wise, the car is pretty amazing, because the battery is actually evenly laid out. Okay, see, the thing is, you're not going to get any other car which has so many features, so many cool things for 75 lakhs. There is no way. The scissor doors, open top, the power, the styling, I can't think of any other car which will give you all this for just 75 lakhs. If MG could make this into hybrid, which gives you around 350 to 400 horsepower. 500 horsepower is easy, sort of, with just battery, but it's not that easy when you have ICE. But hybrid is the way to go, I think, in the future, and it will give the best of the both worlds. Instantaneous, torque and acceleration, from the electric, and then, your long range and all those kind of things. And of course, most important, convenience, of just filling in gas and just, without waiting for the electric, battery to charge for hours, you can go. Complete electric cars are okay if it's for commuting. It's okay even if it's like for the city or maybe a little bit intercity, not too far. But the sports car purists, let us talk about MG, which has been talking about the engine noise and stuff like that since 100 years now. It's always going to be very important to have something which you can feel, a beating heart and the sound, the whole experience in a sports car. If you want the perfect sports car, it's actually a supercar, in a budget, then this is right up there. The only thing that you need to consider is that you should have a good charging network wherever you go, and that is true for any kind of EV. Other than that, there's nothing better than this if you are a sports car lover in India right now in that price point.